You know what, my mother and my aunt, I keep saying my aunt is, she is a very important pillar in my life. She was like my father. I lost my father when I was very young. So my mom and aunt have been behind my growth and what I am today. So my mom and aunt always used to say that it's not the magnitude of what we do. It is the very little, whatever you can give. It is the aspect of sharing and caring. That makes a big difference. So now in the recent years, I get to see, I'm very fortunate to have such a lovely family around me. And what I've learned from my family, my brothers. So my wife and I always look back and say, thankfully, we've had a very fortunate surrounding around us. We have a nice practice. We're happy with what we do. We just said that every year it's quite important for us to set aside a small amount of our earnings to give back to the community. But what comes out is, yes, we do that for sure, and we really enjoy doing that. But when it comes to that, more important is to even look at how much of time are we able to give to the community and make a difference to them. A mix of these two, we wouldn't even see the impact it makes. It is just such a great thing when we are able to set aside a bit of our resources, a bit of our time, because that's exactly what people really look forward to from our end. So it's just been a wonderful journey from that side. I'm only, again, as I just mentioned about the work done by IDF, it really opens up such visual impact on us to say what difference we can make when we support the community. I'll give another lovely example. About 2 years back, with our firm in Grant Thornton firm in Kenya, we decided to do a trip to Mount Kenya. Now this is a set of about 75 of us between Grant Thornton, Kenya and Grant Thornton, Botswana. Now climbing Mount Kenya is not an easy joke. One needs to be extremely fit. So our target is to make sure that we are fit enough to climb the mountain. But what is the objective? In addition to addressing the fitness aspect, we said we need to build a bigger purpose in terms of what we're doing. So we came up with a facility, a school in Nairobi, which did not have the ablution facility. So the kids had to walk a long way to the school. And then this need came up and we said, collectively, let's pool our resources in making sure that we build the toilet facilities for these children. That increases the kick for all of us to say, yes, there is a bigger purpose, and let us not underestimate the aspect that this is going to be working on our health as well. So we all started practicing. I can tell you from Botswana, 8 of us went in. Not that we are fit enough to climb Mount Kenya. Mount Kenya is 5,300 meters. You can imagine it needs amazing amount of training. So we embarked onto a very committed training schedule. Comes the day, we all were extremely excited about that. You can imagine the tough conditions. It is cold, it is steep, it is tiring. But that spirit, when we always think about the ultimate objective of what we are here to. First day was very simple. The second day, when we are doing the main trek, which was about 14 kilometers, actually turned out to be about 20 kilometers. But in that trek, usually it is 1:7 from what we do on the normal terrain. So about 100 kilometers in effect. It was a whole day of climb. I'll never forget the greatest experience for me. I've traveled quite a lot across the world, but this is one defining moment. And finally, the third day came the day where we did the summit successfully. And all done, we all came back very excited and done. But the outcome of that, after 8 months, we could see that the funds which was collected in that trip goes back to help those school children in creating the necessity facilities for them. And when we could see those photos, see the number of wins in the process. Number one, in that process, we've made ourselves very healthy and fit so that we can take care of our organizations, our people, and everybody around us. We've made a difference to those children. It's not too much from a resource point of view. It is just that it is blended so well that health, wellness is converted into goodness for all. And that process, now we've said, this is time. Since then, I have not left that process. I have been glued on to the fitness. I keep from nowhere. I couldn't even run more than a kilometer about a year back. And now, last year, I managed to do my first half marathon. And this year again in May, I'm going to be doing a 21-kilometer run. And all set, I'm very sure we are all set to do our next climb to Mount Kilimanjaro, hopefully early next year. And we'll take up another very prestigious project. Now, these projects, probably we may not be able to contribute millions and millions, but the most important thing is it gives so much of happiness, not only to us, to everybody around us. And that little bit of contribution, if it expands. Now, I'm very confident that the 79 people who climbed with us, it's a mix of people who are in the 50s, guys who have just started their career, some people like us who are in the 40s. All of them have together seen the power of what can we make when we together think of a cause. So such instances really build us and gives us a good purpose of why do we exist. It's not an aspect of making money and visiting all the places. It's just that every day in every way, I make a difference to somebody in this world. And that's the crux and the essence of life. And I'm sure I would certainly urge, it's not the volume, it's not, nothing matters, any small contribution. It's like every drop contributes into the ocean of needs in this country or anywhere in the world. And that's the mission, to be very honest, to say it gives deep pride when we see that we are involved in making a difference to somebody in some way. So thank you so much, Indian Development Foundation, for giving me this opportunity. I've always been having that sense that whether it is my wife Aparna or me, we always say that what we do is what our kids also get to see. And we're not doing it for proving it to anybody. It is just an aspect of when we do it naturally, you're creating them as future citizens who will take care of the world. And that's something when we do it at an organization, not only us, our people, our families, everybody looks at it, and it just becomes a part of life which we enjoy, and it's not one additional job. So once again, thank you so much. I wish such goodness spreads across the world. It heals all the challenges we face in this world and makes us a better place. And we leave a much better world than what we saw when we came into the world. Thank you so much. And all of you have a wonderful day. And cheers to Indian Development Foundation. From the bottom of my heart, from my wife Aparna, we really thank you for the great work which you do and really look forward to supporting you in every way we can. Thank you so much.